and use of harmful pesticides and herbicides in Kenya. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53.1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries regarding the distribution and use of harmful pesticides and herbicides in Kenya. In the statement, the committee should, 1, report on the extent of use of pesticides and herbicides manufactured by Syngenta, Bayer AG, and Monsanto, which have been banned in other jurisdictions, including the United States of America and Europe, for causing widespread aggressive form of cancer. Number 2, confirm whether the farms have been selling 85% of pesticide and herbicides classified as highly hazardous by the Pesticide Action Network, PAN, to farmers in Kenya. Establish whether the pesticides and herbicides sold by the farm are banned by the European Union and state the reasons for the ban. Number 3, investigate and clarify whether the 3 farms willingly and knowingly presented pesticides and herbicides with high levels of acute or chronic hazards to human health and the environment, and whether the pesticide used in locust control were approved by PAN. These are Pesticide Action Network. Number 4, obtain data on the number of people reported to have suffered adverse effects from the harmful pesticides and herbicides, clarifying whether the 3 farms have compensated people for loss of lives, livestock, and environmental degradation from their harmful pesticides and herbicides. And finally, number 5, state any measures the ministry has put in place to protect farmers from such unscrupulous manufacturers and traders. Honorable Speaker, my statement, the second statement reads, is on the unregulated sale of harmful hair relaxers and bleaching substances by L'Oreal International Cosmetics and Beauty Company. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53.1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Health concerning the unregulated sale of harmful hair relaxers and bleaching substances by L'Oreal International Cosmetics and Beauty Company. In the statement, the committee should, 1, investigate whether the ingredients used by L'Oreal International Cosmetics and Beauty Company in the manufacturing and preservation of hair relaxers and bleaching substances contain carcinogenic properties such as formaldehyde. Number 2, establish health risks associated with the usage of these products. Number 3, clarify whether the company exercises consumer protection and risk assessment by labeling the chemical used in other products, and if they perform risk assessment to minimize the risk of human contact allergic reactions. Number 4, establish all complaints of experienced side effects after the use of L'Oreal beauty products and give data of those who have been compensated, if any. And finally, 5, investigate whether the products are in the market legally and whether they are disproportionately skewed against the Black African population. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Statements pursuant to Standing Order 56. The Chairperson, Standing Committee on Energy.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. The statement, I rise under Standing Order 56.1a to make a statement relating to matter to which the committee is responsible. I wish to make a statement on the overflowing of the dams used by the Kenyan to generate electricity in the country due to the ongoing heavy rains. Mr. Speaker, let me begin by acknowledging that the rains we have experienced as a country have come with a lot of destruction to property, injuries, and death. As a committee, and as the chairperson of the Senate Standing Committee on Energy, allow me to tender my condolences to the family of everyone who has lost their loved ones. Mr. Speaker, on Thursday, the 2nd May 2024, the committee had the opportunity to overfly the 7 Forks dams that Kenyan uses to generate electricity in the country. I want to report that what we saw was a situation that is very critical. Mr. Speaker, sir, as at 6 o'clock on the 6th of May 2024, Masinga Dam was discharging 850.34 cubic meters of water per second. Kabaru Dam was discharging about 1076.10 cubic meters of water per second. Gitaru Dam was discharging 1495 cubic meters of water per second, while Kindaruma Dam was discharging 1174 cubic meters of water per second. And Kiambere Dam was discharging 1316 cubic meters per second. The release of the water is through the cascading manner, meaning that the dam that releases water back to the Tana River is Kiambere Dam, which was discharging 13.16 cubic meters per second. Mr. Speaker, sir, the general perception has been that the Kenyan, by practice, releases this water from dams back to the Tana River. This is, however, not the case. When the mega dams were built, a control mechanism is called a spillway is built together with the dam. Spillways are structures that either form part of the dam or are constructed just besides the dam. They are used when a reservoir is full to pass the flood water safely and in controlled way over to a dam, around it or through it. For the 7 Forks Dam, it is not different. That water overflowed and is being discharged through the spillways. Mr. Speaker, sir, prior to overflying the 7 Forks dams, the committee was able to fly to Garissa and see the damage that has been caused by the floodwater from Tana River. We saw villages and houses marooned by water, roads washed away, and we also heard of untold suffering that the people of Garissa has endured. The irony of the whole matter is that the rust rain that Garissa had experienced before was on the 25th April 2024, 7 days before. Yet, Garissa town was flooded with water. This was water from Tana River, which had broken its banks. Mr. Speaker, sir, following the consultation with the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Energy and Petroleum, the Managing Director of Kenyan, a temporary measure to mitigate the situation would be to raise the wall of Masinga Dam by 1 meter. This would significantly delay the overflowing of. Following the consultation with the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Energy and Petroleum, the Managing Director of Kenyan, a temporary measure to mitigate the situation would be to raise the wall of Masinga Dam by 1 meter. This would significantly delay the overflowing of water downstream. A permanent solution, however, is the construction of the dikes at the most vulnerable, sensitive places in the Tana River and the construction of the High Grand Falls Dam. Dikes are flood mitigation structures created in river that prevent water from flowing beyond a certain height. These flood control structures are used to protect coastlines, riverbanks, agricultural fields, homes, urban areas, and other properties. Countries like Somalia, with the help of the UNDP, constructed 2 dikes in the Bulai stream, which transformed Haji village in the hinterland of Gendo region. The Netherlands have also used dikes to control floods. Between 33 and 60% of Netherlands is located below sea level, and Netherlands depends on the dikes and lives for flood protection. The other permanent solution is the building of the High Grand Falls Dam. High Grand Falls Multipurpose Reservoir is one of the flagship projects in Kenya Vision 2030. The proposed dam site is in Tana River, the largest river in Kenya, and will be located on the left side of the river with the potential to store sufficient runoff, about 5 billion cubic meters during the rainy season of the flood. River flow regulation and supply for irrigation, domestic and industrial purposes. The government in September 2023 signed a public-private partnership agreement with the UK firm for the construction of the High Grand Falls. It will cost roughly Kenya shillings 425 billion to construct and complete the dam, which will be able to hold 5.7 billion cubic meter of water and generate over 700 megawatts of electricity. The construction of the dam will therefore control the floodwaters from Tana River and will prevent destruction of life and property. Even though, with all the rainwater that has been in people's mind in the reduction of cost of electricity, arising from the increased generation through hydropower, notably the cost of electricity has reduced by 13%.